Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. I don't know. Basically, I decided I couldn't get it out of my head. I had to film this video, even though it's like the beginning of September now. I wanted to do what I watched in August. Kind of thought about it, and then I saw a couple of them pop up on YouTube anyway, and then I was like, right, I need to get it out of my head. I need to do it. I need to film this video, and then potentially put it out into the universe. So I don't know whether it's actually going to end up on YouTube or I'm going to sit there and watch it back and then delete it off my iPad because, you know, I did a video, a Body Shop eyeshadow palette video, and then straight after that I filmed a Boohoo haul, and that is still sitting on my husband's phone. I don't know if that's going to see the light of day. That was like 3 months ago now. I mean, it took me like a month and a half to put the other video up because I was scared. So whether I'm going to put this up, I don't know. But I'm filming it. I'm getting it out of the way. I'm going to tell you guys what I watched in August. Because I am an absolute TV addict. I have been for well over 10 years before everyone was like hyping over Netflix going, oh, I binge this, I binge that. I literally watch whatever I can when I can. Obviously, I don't watch as much as I used to, but there's still a lot that I get through. So I did want to put it out in the universe, film this, and yeah, I threw my hair up and was like, right, we're doing this while I've got the chance. So yeah, that's enough of me talking a load of rubbish. So yeah, if you do like this video, comment down below or let me know what you guys are watching. The whole 5 of you that are going to watch this, you know. Anyway, so this August I watched feels weird doing this, don't know why. Anyway, I finished season 14 of Supernatural this month. So that finished on E4. They put it at a stupid time. They put it on at like 1 o'clock in the morning, but I record everything on the TV anyway, so it's fine. Good season finale. Like it didn't feel like I watched like 20 odd episodes. I know I did, but it was a good season. Like Supernatural is one of them weird shows that you watch forever. Like I was saying the other day that Supernatural is the last show, because obviously season 15 is got to be the last season. They filmed half of it and they're going back to film the rest of it. They haven't shown that over it yet, but yeah, it's the last show that I've started all many moons ago that's actually going to finish now. It's the last one left that I watched when I was a teenager or when I was younger. So it's the last show and it's going to really upset me. But yeah, season 14, good season. Like Supernatural's one of the shows that was great, dipped in the middle and it's picked up again. And yeah, great season finale, and it was really nostalgic, the last episode. So if you haven't watched it, I'd definitely say go do a big binge of Supernatural. I think you can get all the old ones on Amazon Prime. I think. I don't know. I watched them years ago. But yeah, it's a great show. It's a really good season. Didn't feel like it was 20 episodes, so that was good. But I do watch it weekly, so yeah. So the another show that I'm watching that is going to be ending, which I think the last episode is on Thursday. Anyway, it's How to Get Away with Murder. So that's another show I've been watching from the beginning. So you can actually get season 1 to 5 on Netflix, but Sky has the rights to the series first. So season 6 has been playing on Sky, and I've got 1 episode left because it's not aired yet and it's September. So I thought I'd add it in here anyway. So I've been watching it weekly, obviously, but I tell you what, it's going out with a bang. Season 1 and 2 were brilliant. 3 and 4 and that were a bit like, you kind of got a bit like, okay, this is getting a bit lost in the plot now. But you still really enjoy it. But it is going out with a bang. Everything is tying up into a really big bow. I still don't know because I don't really want to put spoilers in here, but there is one little thing that's come up in the last few episodes that I've watched that is a bit like, oh, it's a bit far-fetched. So we need to find out if anything actually comes into the end of it. But yeah, love the show. If you haven't watched it, definitely do it. It's one of them shows that I think a lot more people like it because it's on Netflix as well now, so it's kind of become accessible to everyone, whereas before it was just on Sky. So it's definitely something that if you have got the time to watch it, give it a go because it's so good. And for a network TV show as well, it's really good. So another show that I've been watching that I love, it's really hard to get over here in the UK, so you have to watch it on TV. You need to record it or you need to just be up to date with it. So it's a show called Younger. So Younger is about a 40-year-old woman who pretends to be in her 20s after a divorce, and then she goes and gets a job and falls in love with a guy in his 20s as well, and it's all about her life, like lying and saying she's in her 20s when really she's in her 40s. It's a fabulous show. It's actually got Hilary Duff in it as well. So it's on Comedy Central. I believe season 7 is being filmed in the States at the moment, but we're only on season 3 over here. So Comedy Central play it every few months. We'll get a new season. The only other place you can watch it is Now TV, but they've only got season 3 on there because that's what's airing at the moment. So I can't find it anywhere else legally on the internet. So if that is something that you do want to watch, you will have to try and find it by other means. But it is really good. I actually found out the other day that it's actually produced by the same, or written by the same guy that wrote Sex and the City. So it makes me want to go back and start Sex and the City, because that's one of the big shows that I've never watched. So it is something that maybe I might go back and watch, because Younger is actually one of my favourite shows at the moment, and it kind of reminds me of like a rom-com. We don't get many good rom-com films anymore, and it actually is a good replacement for that. So definitely give that one a watch if you fancy it, or if you can get your hands on it rather. But it is definitely a good show, one to watch. So I finished Grey's Anatomy and Station 19. I think I finished them this month. I'm not sure if it was last month. I'm not sure if it was the month before, but I've added it to the list anyway. Grey's Anatomy, Station 19, can't go wrong. Definitely you should go and binge it. I believe it's all on Amazon Prime, apart from the newer series. I watch them on Sky. I am one of them people that will record everything on the TV where I can, and then when I've run out, then I go to Netflix and all that. So definitely give them a watch. Like Grey's Anatomy, you could tell they weren't preparing for COVID to shut them down. I have read things where they're like, oh, we've had to change what happens on the season premiere next season for what's going on. But Station 19's left it on a really good cliffhanger. You could tell they filmed more episodes than Grey's towards their finale. So Station 19's left it on a really good cliffhanger. Grey's Anatomy, I need to know what's happening with Teddy and Owen. I really do. So it's some really good cliffhangers, and I can't wait to see what happens next season. I believe they've gone back into filming now, so fingers crossed. I've been binging a throwback, which is Bones. I'm actually really enjoying it. So I started Bones many moons ago when it was still airing, and I only watched like the first 5 or 6 episodes, because I used to start so many shows all at once, and I have this thing where I watch the first 6 and then I can kind of go on to something else, and then I'll go back to it whenever I can, because I start so many things and kind of lead off with one of them and then watch everything else. So I watched them first 6 when I must have been about 18, something like that, and didn't bother going back to it. And then last year I binged it, watched season 1 and 2, I think it was. And then obviously you start shipping Brennan and Booth. You're like, right, we need them to get together, and they don't. And I found out that they don't get together until like season 7, season 6, and I was just like, that's a long time. So I kind of dropped off for a bit, went on to all my other stuff, and then this year I went back to Bones, because basically I recorded it. They play the repeats all the time on Fox, so I've recorded the whole thing. The whole thing is added up on my TV box, and there was about 180 episodes to get through. I am now down to like 77 episodes, something like that. But yes, I have binged in the last few months season 4 to season 8, and then I've done 3 and 4 like here and there, like between March, April time. But they're together. I'm still loving it. I thought maybe the novelty would kind of wear off after they get together, but it's still a great show because you've got all the little stories of all the other characters going on. It's a great show, and I'm still enjoying it. It's definitely one that people should go back and watch. Yes, it is a procedural, like whodunit every week, but that's what I like about certain like older shows like that. You don't really get them anymore unless it's just one big continual whodunit for that one episode. So I'd really recommend watching it because it's one of the ones you don't have to think about too much. You're rooting for the characters and you get a little story each week. And that's I do miss shows like that. We don't get as many anymore. So I definitely think maybe they need to bring that back. I feel like we might see a surge of that in like 10 years time because it's not been done anymore. So then people who haven't really either grown up or seen like watching them shows or seen them lately, there's going to be a nostalgia factor for everyone else to go back to them shows. But then there's also going to be people who've never really seen shows like that to go to them. So it might be an interesting watch. So we've got some reality shows. Well, I'm not really big on certain reality shows, but I do like things like Bake Off, things like that. So, one of my favourite ever reality shows is RuPaul's Drag Race. So this month I have been watching Canada's Drag Race, and I know this is a bit of a like controversial subject between some people, because some people aren't that into Canada's Drag Race, but I tell you what, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Like, you have to get used to it, because like RuPaul's Drag Race UK was different. It's all different. It's different. Even though we're all English speaking, it's still a different culture. So the way everything is done is still gonna be different. And the only awkward thing about Canada's Drag Race is that RuPaul isn't there. So then those who are presenting, I found them a little bit awkward. But they weren't as awkward near the end. I didn't like the fact they had a guest presenter every week. That was weird. I feel like you need a stable presenter, and in the end I really think Stacey came through, and I think she was the strongest out of all of them. But I still like the other two, Brooklyn and Jeffrey Boyer Chapman. But I wouldn't say change them for next season, but I do think one of them needs to step up and be the main presenter, because it's a bit strange having someone different every week. I wasn't a fan of that. But ultimately the whole thing is about the contestants. And okay, the Sorry Not Sorry dance, that was a mess, but it was good. I still went into work and went, right, have you seen Drag Race? And we all talked about it. Had it in my group chat. Like, we all still talked about it just as much as we did normal Drag Race. So maybe that's just me, but I enjoyed it. And do you know what? I was happy with the winner as well. But I was happy with the top four. Should have been a different order, but I was happy with the top four. Yeah, I didn't always agree with who won the challenges. Like, there was, I think it was the week where they had to do their outfits, and they had like metal and things like that, and Priyanka had a dress and she won. But I thought her dress was wonky. Maybe that was just me. But happy with the winner. It was a good season. Bring on season 2. And so finally, now I'm bringing it into like a bit of a downer, because this is the last thing I've watched. So I've only watched one episode so far of this, because it's just the new episodes. I haven't watched the other 2 new episodes. But Catfish. So we all love a bit of Catfish. We know it's not entirely real, is it? It's all a bit set up. However, the new season of Catfish, they're doing it from home. Right. Hear me out. They're doing it from home. They're doing it all over Zoom. Okay, so these catfishers didn't want to FaceTime everyone else. So why do they now want to FaceTime Neve and Cammy? See, I have read things before like that the producers and that already know who the catfish is, and the whole thing is just them filming Neve trying to figure it out. So it is fake and it's not fake, but we all know it's overproduced. It's not as raw as it used to be, should we say. It's all a bit more like showy now, but it is still a good watch. Catfish is more of a background show for me now, but I still do like watching it. But I'm just not a fan of the whole doing it over Zoom and things like that, which is why I haven't rushed over to watch the other new episodes that I've recorded after the first one that I watched. So I will go back to watching it, and I'll probably tell you all about it next month too, if I do another video. I don't know, but yeah, it was interesting. It wasn't as fun. I kind of think you need to take it out there on the road and go and see it all, and yeah, it just didn't work for me. But I will carry on watching it, because once I start something, I've got to finish. So yeah, that's the main things I watched in August. There's probably some other things that I've missed out that I watched one episode here of and all that. Like I went back and watched Clueless for the second time ever in my life. I actually liked it a lot more the second time than I did whenever I watched it when I was a teenager. So yeah, sometimes you just gotta rewatch something and throw your hands up and go, okay, I was wrong the first time. But yeah, maybe I'll do another one of these videos. I don't know. What is going on? I just had the urge to film this. I made a YouTube account the other month, so why not? But yeah, I'm too lazy to edit this as well. So this is all going to be one take. So this is all going to be going, deal with it. Anyway, yeah. So next month, we're talking about starting Prodigal Son and Lovecraft Country, is it? Or County Country? I can't remember. But yeah, looking at starting them too. So hopefully, if I do this again, we'll have a chat about it. I'll probably finish Bones. That's my aim this month, to finish Bones. Might take me 2 months because there's still quite a lot to go. But yeah, I had the urge to film this. If you're watching this, it means it actually saw the light of day. I might delete it. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is so weird. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. Comment below, let us know what you're watching. Yeah. Bye.